All right, we're gonna start out in child's pose. Spreading your hands out, walking your hands as far forward as possible. Feeling your glutes sink into your heels. Getting into your breath. Inhaling through your nose completely. Feeling your back expand. Exhaling through your nose completely. Just allowing yourself to sink. Feeling your low back release. Feeling your shoulder blades roll out to the side. So as you're in this extended child's pose, think about your biceps rolling up to the sky and then triceps down toward the floor. So really try to open up the shoulder, the front of collarbone area, top of the chest. If you need to release out of your mouth, open your mouth, exhale through your mouth. Try to connect that breath and the relaxation. So we're going to do a little bit of yoga today, and then we're going to roll out. So I'm recording this, so if you need to grab your roller or a bowl or anything that you can loosen up, grab it. Let's take 3 more breaths here in child's pose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale completely. Let everything go. 3, 4, 5. On our next inhale, we're floating into plank. Let's hold in plank. Shoulders over the wrists, fingertips spread out. Quads contracted. Head reaching forward. Glutes nice and strong. As you're on your toes in your plank, try to pull your toes apart from each other. That will engage your glutes a little bit more. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's draw the right heel down, bend the left knee. Bend the right knee, draw the left heel down. So let's begin to bicycle. Right heel draws down and left. Hands pushing forward, elbows rolling in. Sink in your chest, down and back. And let's draw both heels down, sit bones roll up to the sky. Bring your chin to your chest. And then shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And relax. On our next inhale, we're floating into plank. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale up onto your knees, reaching, little hips forward, reaching out and up. Exhale, hands come into prayer. Glutes to your heels, extended child's pose. Inhale into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale onto your knees, reaching out and up. Big arm circles. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's reach that right leg up to the sky, sinking your left heel down, keeping your hips square to the floor. Good. Open the hips and then square the hips. Inhale, we open. Bring that knee, leg up, right leg is up. Exhale, square the hips. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, square the hips. Good. Float that right leg down. Inhale into plank. Exhale, chaturanga or modified chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up, hold here. So sink the right heel down, push the hands forward. Deepen your breath here. Inhale, open the hips. Exhale, square the hips to the floor. Inhale, open. Exhale, square. So you're going to feel this opening in the hip adductors. Inhale, open. Good. Exhale, square. Leg comes down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or modified. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg steps through between your hands. Drop the left knee, drop the left toes. Inhale, both arms out and up. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, down dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, left leg steps through. Modified crescent, toes pointed. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, hands down. Take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop the knees, the toes, extended child. We're going to connect knees. Inhale on our knees, reaching out and up. Exhale, hands coming down, extended child. Inhale into plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg steps through between your hands. Drop the knee, modified crescent. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands down, step back, down dog. Vinyasa, inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or modified. This time, inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg steps through between your hands, modified crescent. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands down, step back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or modified. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Take it back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop the knees, the toes, extended child's pose. Inhale on your knees, reach. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Repeating here, right leg comes up. Right leg steps through, modified crescent. We exhale here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down, step back, down dog. Vinyasa, plank and the inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Take it back, down dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, we open. Exhale, step back, down dog. Just getting the body loosened up, increasing our circulation. Go through that vinyasa so we can roll out once we're warm. Inhale, plank. Go into extended child's pose. We have one more round to go. Inhale, underneath, reach. Exhale, in extended child's pose. Plank on the inhale. Exhale, down dog. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. This time, reach the right leg up. Inhale, plank. Leg comes down. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Last time, left leg up. Step that left leg through, modified crescent. Inhale. Exhale. Step it back, down dog, left leg up. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Inhale, plank. And hold an extended child. Deep breaths here. Walking both hands over to the right. Push the hands forward. Sink your glutes to the heels. Try to keep your shoulders square. Left arms down and feel that stretch on the left. And then walk your hands through the center over to the left. Pushing both hands forward, feeling the stretch on the right. Good. Find yourself back to the center. Let's inhale into plank and come to down dog. Good. So we're going to drop that right knee down and extend that left leg out. So if my body is at 12 o'clock facing my right shin, all right, my right knee should be at about 2 o'clock, okay? So we're going to flatten that left foot. Inhale and reach here. Shoulder comes over the wrist, so make sure that we have that proper alignment. And inhale and reach here. Hold and breathe. So I want shoulder down and back. I'm extending the hips up. Toe is pointed. Reaching bicep by the ear. So one more breath. Let's inhale here. Exhaling, coming down, sinking onto my glute, and then reaching the right hand over to my left toe or left foot. If it can't touch the toe, grab your shin, grab your ankle, wherever you can, and hold. Catch that next inhale. So we're going to inhale and come up. Reaching, hips come forward, squeeze that left glute. Exhale, come down and reach. Inhale, 2 more breaths, moving through, and then we're going to hold. Exhale down. You can reach a little bit further. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Hold and breathe here. So if you want to bring both hands around your ankle, around your foot, squaring your shoulders forward to that left, and then sink. Allow your chin to hang, head to hang down. Good. And then slowly release. And we're going to walk our hands back, come into downward facing dog. Let's go on to the left. So we're going to drop that left knee down, and our right leg extends, toe is up. So my body's at 12. My left knee is at 10 o'clock. So similar to our pigeon, but I'm facing the side of my mat here. So I'm going to inhale, make sure that my left hand comes onto my mat, my left shoulder's over the left wrist. Flatten that right foot, hips come forward. I reach up and extend, inhale. Exhale, I'm gonna sit on my glute, and I come reaching around to that right toe. Left hand to the right toe or the right ankle, feeling the stretch through the back. Let's move with our breath. Inhale and reach. Exhale down. Two more. And last one, inhale. Exhale. Hold. Deep breaths. Grabbing ankle with both hands. Maybe the ball of the foot. Shoulders down. Sinking down. Once you feel that end point leading with the chest, then you can just allow yourself to roll at the very end. So allow not only the muscles to release, but that connective tissue, that fascia to let go. Deep breaths. So once we're warm, we're able to mold and lengthen that fascia, the connective tissue that surrounds and intertwines our muscles. Let's slowly release. Inhale, we come up. And then exhale, hands down. Take it back to downward facing dog and begin the bicycle. we're going to come onto our knees. I want you to roll your toes under and sit on your heels. So specifically stretching out the plantar fascia, the bottom of your feet. So I want you to put a little bit more pressure on the ball and the big toe. Try to sink your glutes to your heels. Closing your eyes here. Let's bring the palms up on our thighs. Shoulders down and back. Deepen your breath. Exhale through your mouth if you want. So the bottom of our feet, that plantar fascia gets very tight, and we're literally connected from our toes to our head. So let's try to loosen up the foundation so we can adjust the rest of our body and loosen up the whole body. We're going to release, grab whatever you have to roll out. So foam roll. If you don't have a foam roll, grab a roll. A crossball, a softball, a basketball, a soccer ball, a golf ball, whatever you have. Sometimes the smaller balls are great because it gets into a deeper area. Sometimes the bigger balls are more appropriate. So whatever is appropriate for you. Okay, I'm going to start with a foam roll. We're going to start from our neck and work our way down. So we're about week 4 of the semester, and sometimes it takes us to be forced to roll out and stretch. So I'm forcing you guys today to do a little rollout session. So I'm going to have you place the foam roll at the base of your skull. So we have the occipital lobe, these occipits right here, and then we have a lot of muscles that attach in that neck area. So if you're using a ball, you may want to go one side at a time. If you have a foam roll, then you can go both. So if you don't have a foam roll or a ball, maybe grab a water bottle, and next time you can freeze the water bottle and then wrap a towel around it. So that's an inexpensive way to go. So here, I want you to have your neck. Now, if you have issues with your neck, if you have a herniated disc, if you have any issues, then I would say don't go on the whole neck, go on the side, possibly, just to get the muscle part. So be careful with, if you're feeling sharp pain is not a good indication of that you're doing it correctly. Stop. Sharp pain means stop. So I'm keeping my chin tucked, and right now I'm just doing nose along the roll. Keeping my chin tucked helps lengthen the muscles, keeps my neck in neutral position. And I'm feeling this along the muscles, trapezius, my deep neck muscles, scalenes, if I'm going on the side. So we've been on the computer more often than ever, probably. So let's get that neck loosened up. So if you need to do a little horseshoe with your neck, so loosen up. Once you feel that that's pretty good, then we can roll that foam roll down to a little bit, just to the upper trapezius muscle. So I'm going to lift my hips a little bit. My feet are flat, knees bent. I'm just going to use my lower body to lift up and roll. So I'm rolling the upper back area. So as I roll the upper back area, I'm going to bring my arms out so I can open up my chest. So if I feel tired through my neck, then I can roll down and rest my neck. So we're going to open up a little bit more. So I'm going to lift up and roll that roll, foam roll, or ball if you're doing one side and then the other, switch sides. And I'm going to that mid-back area. So I can roll side to side, hugging my shoulders, or I'm going to lift up and roll up and down, up and down. So I want you guys to do both. So think about your long muscles along the back. So we're going to go cross friction and along the muscles. All right, so imagine what you're doing. So you're going to do about 5 rolls up and down, 5 cross. Okay, so from there, I want you to go long, and that foam roll is going to be about mid-thoracic area. I want your head on the roll. So my head is on the roll. My upper back is on the roll. My tailbone is off. And I'm gonna open up my chest, open up my arms out to a T position, and my arms are at 90 degrees. So I'm holding here, and I want my chest to open. I'm just gonna hold. So ideally I want my tops of my hands and my elbows touching the floor. So if they're not touching the floor, then I'm pretty tight through my pec area and my shoulder girdle. So I want you just to open up here and try to release, relax. Deep breath in, hold, deep breath out. From here, I want you to go Y into a T. Bring your arms up into a Y, and then squeeze your shoulder blades, drive your elbows down, not T, W I meant. Y to W, Y, inhale to a W, drive the elbows down. So if you can slide your tops of your hands and your elbows on the floor, great. If they're lifting up a little bit, then we need to focus on opening up a little bit more. My tailbone is down on the ground. Inhale Y, exhale W. So I'm going to do this 3 to 5 times. And then I hold out into that T position. So I can bring my arms straight out, or I can bend the elbows. So I'm opening up the chest, opening up the front of the shoulders, breathing. And now I'm going to rock side to side. So if you are using just a PVC pipe, I would suggest not on your bones. PVC pipes are okay just on the muscle belly. So now let's lean up a little bit and come up. So before I go lower, I'm going to get the side and my lats, my shoulder girdle, and my pec. So I'm going to use this foam roll. If you have, I'll use a ball, just for those of you who have a ball. So I'm going to grab that ball, and I'm going to go to my inside, right on my lat. So inside of my shoulder blade, and bringing my elbow down, and my arm is up. So I'm finding a little tender area inside the shoulder blade. So I want to get the rotator cuff muscles and try to loosen those up, because as those are tight, and also my latissimus dorsi takes over because it's a big back muscle, it can cause some issues through my shoulder. So I want to loosen up. So I'm going to find some tight area, and then I'm going to do some internal and external rotation in the shoulder area. So I'm going to, my elbow's at 90 degrees. I'm going to drop that hand down and up. Internal and external rotation. So I'm adjusting my body just so I can feel the best range for my body to move. And if I feel a sticky, tight area, then I'm going to hold there and oscillate. So I can move my body up and down, or I can use my arm up and down. So you need to feel what is best for your body. And now I'm going to bring my arm down so I can go to the outside of my shoulder and roll. So I can use the ball, or I can use my foam roll. So either one, you are adjusting your body on the object so you get the maximal stretch or release or massage, whatever you want to call it here. So I'm on the outside of my shoulder, my deltoid, to loosen up the whole shoulder girdle. And then I can go into my belly, and I'm going to get the roll in a diagonal on my pec. So I'm going to go on my belly, prone, and my arm is out. So I'm going to roll the foam roll on my chest, my pectoralis major, big chest muscle. And then I'm also bringing my arm up and down. So abduction and adduction with my shoulder, bringing my arm to loosen up the pec. Deep breaths. One side maybe a little bit tighter than the other if you're right-handed or left-handed. Breath is really important to connect. So if you feel tighter on one side, you may want to focus and hold on that one side. So I just did my left. Now I'm going to go to my right. So I'm going to start with my shoulder. So I'm going to show you from behind. So I'm getting the lower part of my shoulder blade, So I did it with the ball last time. Now I'm going to go with the foam roll so you can see. I'm going up and down with my foam roll on my lat and my shoulder. Get that deep area. Usually we have a very tender spot under the shoulder blade. And we can go internal and external rotation with the shoulder. Adjusting your body to get to the best position on that tender area. Up and down, side to side. Remember 3 to 5 in each direction. If you feel like you need more, then hold for more. And then I'm going to go on top on the outer part of my shoulder, my deltoid. So once I get the tender area, I'm going to go just do a general flush through the big belly of the muscle. Deep breaths. And I'm slowly going to pivot my body. So now I'm on my chest, my belly, and I'm going to get my pec. So I bring my arm out. So this time I'm going to use the ball instead of the roller, just so you can see I'm using both. You can use many objects that all work, and it's just trying to manipulate your body onto the object, what feels best, and not what feels most pain. Pain is not a good gauge of loosening up or stretching. So breath is extremely important, as I mentioned. Movement, moving slowly, you don't have to go fast, and allowing your body to, allowing yourself to be patient with your body. Okay. So we've done upper, neck, upper back, shoulder. Now we're going to go into mid and low back area. So you can use your ball on one side, so not on your spine, but if you have a ball or a PVC pipe, you can go on the long muscles of your spine, go onto each side. If you don't have a ball and you have your roller, right now I'm going to go on horizontal. So I have perpendicular, my spine is up and down, the roller is going across horizontal. So up and down from mid-thoracic area down to my lumbar spine. And again, if you have a tight area, hold on it. So one thing that people don't do a lot is these deep postural muscles. So right above your hip bone, place that foam roll right above the hip bone, and it's going to probably hit the lower rib area. So we're rolling on the side of it. If you have a yoga block, you can use a yoga block. So I'm basically going forward and then back. I'm slowly pivoting forward. So I'm going down and back. So I'm massaging these deep muscles, deep postural muscles. We have a muscle called our iliopsoas that is very important and can get really tight. So now I'm going to stretch out the bottom leg. The top leg is just used for balance. And now I'm going to use that to pivot down and almost on my belly. So I'm not on my stomach, but I'm still on the deep muscles. It's kind of that dead space area inside. So there's a lot of organs in there, but we have these deep postural muscles that attach on our hip bone that can cause more curvature than we need or less curvature, and trying to balance out our body here. So deep iliopsoas stretch or release. So we're not on the belly button. Here's my belly button, and I'm going right to the side of my belly button. So it can be very painful for some people. So that's one side. So I'm going to go so I can face you. So we started on our back. Then we rolled toward the side. I'm going to stretch. So now I'm rolling toward the right. I'm going to adjust my hip bone right above the roller. If I want a more pinpoint area, I can use a ball. So a ball is going to be a little bit sharper and a little deeper. If I can handle it, great. If I can't, then you may want to back off a little bit. So the ball you can manipulate a little bit more. Bottom leg is straight. Top leg just used for balance. and I'm rolling, basically rolling this ball. Here's my belly button. I'm rolling this ball around my hip. All this soft tissue from my deep belly here, around the hip to the outer part. So basically quadratus lumborum, around the hip, iliopsoas, so iliacus, iliopsoas. Iliacus is actually deep in the hip, so we don't really get that, but all these, the external transverse abdominis, the obliques, deep muscles here. So if you have really tight hip flexors, this may also help. If you have a tight low back, this may also help. Use your breath to release. So as you go through that area, it may be very painful, so be patient with yourself with those, using the ball and or foam roll. So now I'm going to go on to the glute area, and this is what most people go to right away. So piriformis, deep hip muscle, so you can go onto that piriformis and to the side. So if you sit on the center and then drop to the side, you'll feel some tender spots in that hip area. And that's usually where we're pretty tight. We hold a lot of stress and tension in this area, so there's definitely been a little bit more adjustment going on, so there may be a little bit more tenderness in this area. So now I'm going to go for my hip. It's my IT band. So I have my bottom leg straight. I'm on my right side. Bottom leg is straight. Top leg comes up and over just for balance. Now I'm just going to roll out this IT band. It's not the more I smash, the better it is. So just go with how you feel. So you can put pressure on your body to deepen or release, lessen the pressure of the stretch. So we're all pretty tender in this side of our leg, IT band, iliotibial band area. It's a muscle that connects some fascia, and it's really thick connective tissue. Deepen the breath so you can roll, start from the top of the hip, and basically I'm rolling all the way down toward my knee. As I get toward my knee, it's pretty tender, so I may oscillate on it a little bit, take some pressure off, and then add a little bit of pressure. So the IT band is really important. And then I'm going to go onto my belly, and let's go into the quadricep. So I go hip flexors at the top of my hip. Deep breath, breathe, release, and then I'm coming down to the mid-belly quadricep. So if I want to hold here and then bend and straighten the leg, this may add some more pressure, if you can handle it, or less. So what I'm doing here, we're doing a full body rollout. So if you're feeling an area that needs a little bit more attention than another, then you can spend more time rolling that area out. But it's always important to roll everything, so the whole body is connected. So I'm on the top of my thigh, right above my knee. Don't go on that knee joint. I'm going above the knee and getting the whole quadricep. So sometimes we forget certain body parts. Everything's connected, so we have to give every body part some love. So now I'm going to go inner thigh. So I'm on the right side. I'm going to go onto the inner thigh on my knee, so you can do ball or roll. So I'm going to try to keep my back in a neutral spine position. So on my forearms, my left leg is straight. Now I'm just rolling, long rolls from the inner adductors, the inner thigh muscles, from the distal part to the medial part. So from the inside of the knee all the way up to my groin. So it may have some tender areas, so oscillate just slightly. Try not to sag the belly down, so we want to keep that neutral spine. So again, 3 to 5. If you need to do more, you can do more. So now I'm going to go on to the left side. So we've been doing, if you've been following class so far, yesterday we did a lot of single leg exercises, so our hip abductors may be sore. So my glute medius is pretty sore today. So I'm just going to do a little special attention to that area. So when my glute's sore, then my low back gets a little sore. So know that your body, you know, how it responds, and start to learn what makes it feel better. And then we can go to the side. One thing that I forgot on the right side, which we'll go back to, is the hamstring. So the hamstring's a little tough to get. So I'm still on the piriformis. I'm going to go down to the IT band. So I'm on my left leg, IT band on the left. And just work your way down. So if it's really painful in one area, it's not sharp pain, it's just the pressure is tough, breathe. So take that deep breath in, hold it, feel the pressure, and then release and roll out. So your pressure and your pace is up to you. One may not be better than the other for you. You just have to know what feels right for your body. And discomfort is subjective. So mild discomfort is okay. Pain is not okay. So my discomfort may be different than your discomfort, but you know your own body. So we're rolling. So IT band to quadricep. Get that top of the knee. You can bend and straighten. Sometimes that adds a little bit more intensity, so go with how you feel. And then pivot to the inner thigh, because we don't want to skip out a body part. Make sure that you're getting every angle, all the muscle groups. So let's say you're a rock climber and your forearms are sore. Roll out your forearms. Okay, so one thing I didn't get are the hamstrings. So hamstrings, back of the thigh, it's a little tough to get. So I have to sit on it, lean forward, and I put a little pressure so I can roll forward and back on the hamstring. If you have a workout partner, sometimes you can sit up and they can put pressure on your thigh to get a little bit more of the hamstring. So hamstrings connect down on the lower leg. So it's important to get the whole hamstring all the way down. So they attach on the lower leg. So sometimes when you have a hamstring injury, you may have some knee issues because it's attaching down on the lower legs. So pretty much done most of the body except for our biceps and our forearms. So rolling out. We're going to go down to the calf area. So lower leg area, the gastrocnemius and soleus. So here you can roll, put your leg on, you can double, and then lift your body up. So some people have a hard time lifting their body up. So if that's the case, you may want to get something that's a little bit harder, or a ball, because then you have more pressure that you can put down. You can lean forward, and it's a little bit easier to manipulate using a ball. So you can loosen up the calf, the lower leg area, roll it out. Again, you can lift your body up. So think about our lower leg. We use it walking, it's working a lot. So kind of like our back, postural, needs some attention here. So make sure that you get both sides of the lower leg, inner, outer part of your gastrocnemius and soleus. There's two big muscles in the back of our lower leg. There's a lot of muscles on the side. So making sure that if you want to point and flex, you can do circles with your ankle all the way down. And then some people forget the shin. So we have a good meaty muscle in our shin that gets very tight and tender. So you can use a ball, you can use a foam roll. So if you're using a ball, you don't need to really lift your body up, but you can roll along the meaty muscle. So here's your shin. It's just to the outside, the lateral side of your shin. So I'm gonna go on the foam roll, and I'm gonna now use my body to roll it out. So I'm using my opposite leg on top of the calf, and I'm rolling all the way from the top of my knee, or from my the top of the lower leg on toward the knee, all the way down toward the ankle. Okay, so if it's tender, then again, oscillate on it. Usually it's pretty tender in most people. So making sure that you get both sides. If you feel better with the ball, then go with the ball. Maybe you start broad, go with the broad and then into more specific. So that's general to specific, big to small. So you can go into that general area, into the more specific area, okay? So then we started out stretching out our feet. You can also roll out your feet, which we'll do another day. And we'll roll out the forearms another day. But so notice how you're feeling, how your motion, range of motion is. Roll outs, sometimes just a mellow roll out feels a lot better than just a stretch out. So we're gonna hold here on your back. If you're still rolling, you can still roll and finish up. But we're gonna bring our knee to chest and just notice how it feels in knee to chest. So sometimes it may be a little bit tighter than others. Today may feel a little bit looser because we did a specific rollout with the body. So notice how that feels. Bring both knees into the chest and rock side to side. Notice how that feels. Knees into the chest. And release. Let's go into happy baby. Deep breath. Tailbone drawing down. And soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Just hold here, allowing your knees to draw out. If your back, low back is popping up off of the floor, let's try to tuck the tailbone, engage your abs, and flatten out the back just a little bit so it's not so arched. And then slowly begin to straighten the legs, come into Shavasana, full Shavasana. And hold for 5 more breaths. Allow your body to be calm and relaxed. Feeling your heartbeat. Maybe feeling the vibrations of the floor. Hearing the little white sound, white noise around you. Deep breath in, hold it, open your mouth, exhale out. One more, deep breath in, belly, rib cage, and chest, hold it, exhale. And then roll to your side, and slowly come up into a seated position. Going into a half lotus, full lotus, whatever you feel, crisscross applesauce. Hands to prayer, chin to chest. So just notice how your body's feeling today, a little bit different than our yoga session. Our stretch and roll out recovery is always important. It gives us a little bit more inside of our body. Thank you for allowing me to guide you today. Loosening up your body, opening up a little bit more. Enjoy the rest of your day and the weekend. My spirit honors yours. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. That
Thank
felt
you.
great.
You too, Arlene.